And Netivot Shalom על התורה. So Sefer דברים, we're getting closer to Rosh Hashanah, ending again the Chumashim, and the Parsha is, what is the Parsha? What's the Parsha name? Right? כי תצא למלחמה, right? That we're going out for war. So, כל יציאתך לא תהיה אלא במחנה. So, כי תצא על מחנה על אויביך, that you're going for, or to fight the war on your enemies, ונשמרת מכל דבריי, and you should watch from anything bad. Of course, right? You're going to war, of course you need to watch yourself from something bad. But we know, we learn many times that actually it's not a war against soldier or nation, it's a war against the evil inclination, right? But it says here, our sages, בספר, כי תצא מחנה, that you're going out. So מחנה is like the congregation, it's like a group of people, a nation, right? So כל יציאתך, יציאה, it's like going out. But here it's like going out to fight. So we'll be only in מחנה, only with a group. And we need to understand what our sages wanted to teach us. And also we need to explain what is this מחנה that the Torah wrote about the shmirah shel v'nishmarta, about watching yourself and guard yourself and be careful from anything bad. But it was not mentioned in the other parshiot of war, like כי תצא מלחמה על אויביך, right? But here it says, it's another verse later on in the parasha, כי תצא מחנה על אויביך. We're going out with a group. עוד צריך בירור, we also need to explain why in the other parshiot of the war, the prayer one, it says, כי תצא למלחמה, ואילו כאן נאמר, but over there it says, when you're going out to a war, and here it says, כי תצא מחנה, that you go again with a group on your enemy. It doesn't say war. Yet it said, כי תצא מחנה על אויביך. A group of people are going out on your enemies. Right? The previous one said, when you're going out to fight a war, and here it says, when you're going out with a group of people on your enemy. It doesn't make sense. והעניין, so what does it mean here? על פי מה שכבר אמרנו, we explained right before that these parshiot are hints about the infinite war of a Jew against the evil inclination. And it is three parshiot of the wars, when it's hinted over there, against three type of wars against the evil inclination. יש מלחמת היצר באיסור, so there is a war against the evil inclination about the forbidden things, because the evil inclination is trying to push us to do things that are forbidden. And therefore it says in Parashat Shoftim, כי תצא למלחמה, when you're going out to a fight, to a war on your enemy. So that's include all the evil inclination things about the forbidden things. In the beginning of our parasha, it says, עוד, כי תצא למלחמה, when you're going out to a war, and Rashi explained, מלחמת הרשות. So we have two types of war when we conquered the land of Israel. One was a war that we were obligated to fight, to conquer the land. Later on, it was like a permissible war that if a king like David HaMelech wanted to have more land, more people to pay tax, more resources, then that was a war that he decided to go out and to conquer, colonizing. So here it says, Rashi explained that in Parashat, in our parasha, it's talking about an expansion war, that you want to expand your territories. And it's a hint for the war against the evil inclination on the permissible thing, right? We learn it so many times, Yaakov, akadesh atzvecha b'mutar, sanctify yourself with the permissible one. That this is also part of the evil inclination war that we have with him. As Maran Admor Babet Avraham says, kadesh atzvecha b'mutar, you need to sanctify in the thing that is permissible for you. For you, it looks like it's permissible, but really, this is also forbidden. ואחר כך נאמר, and furthermore it says, כי תצא מחנה על אויביך. So there is no word of war here, but only when you go out, מחנה, camps, or a group of people on your enemies. So he said, it's not talking about the evil inclination try to tempt us in the forbidden things, and not only also not in the permissible, but here it's talking about when a Jew is dealing with gashmiut, going out to work, paying bills, etc. So therefore it says, כי תצא, you're going out to work. When we're going out from the boundaries of Gedusha, ואומנם לא מדובר בעניינים שלא צריך לעשותם, אלא בעיני הכרח שמוכרח לעסוק בהם. It said, it's something that a person need to do. You need to make a living. You need to work. You need to go out from your comfort zone. You need to go from shul, right? We daven 3 times a day, but most of the day we're not in shul. We're working. We're out in the world. So it said, and this is going out from the borders or the boundaries of the Kedusha or the territory of the Kedusha. And for that, the Torah said that the only advice for us that we have to be in a machane, in a group of people, that will be connected to a group of people that are united together, and then he will nullify himself to them, like we're part of a congregation. So true, we're going out, and I don't have a group of people with me from the community when I'm at work in my office, right? But I know that when I'm coming back home, I have a mincha to daven in a minyan. I can learn Torah with a group of people. I'm connected. I'm connecting. I'm part of a congregation. And that will be shmira. As it says, when ishmarta mikol davara, you will be protected from anything bad. Because when we're dealing with the thing that we must do, we have risk, right? Especially if you're going out to the city in these days. Baruch Hashem, it's going to be cold, so people will dress more modest. But in the summertime, it's crazy. So we're going out to work. I have to go and make a living, but what's surrounding me, it's not the good things. So the advice is to be too connected to the machane, and that will keep him, so he will not fall. Because 10 people, kol bi'asara shchinta sharia. With 10 Jews, we have the Shechina, one of the attributes of Hashem. But on an individual, the evil inclination or the sitra acha, the other negative forces from the other side can control him. But 10 people, no. And that's the advice and the protection that the Torah wrote to us, that when a Jew is including himself with the Klal Israel, then it's a special force that by that he is gaining a level that he's been protected from heaven. And also in the Gedusha, in order to achieve a higher level in Gedusha.
Can you talk a little louder? Or something's just not clear. I'm just not hearing clearly.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he said, it's going to protect from anything bad, right? When we are connected to the congregation, but also in everything in Gedusha, in order for us to achieve a higher level in Gedusha, then only in Machane, only when we are part of a congregation. Because by us alone, we cannot do it. We can achieve a certain level, but not really a good one. And it says prior to receiving the Torah, Kodem Matan Torah, it says, Ve'ichan Sham Yisrael ki ish echad belev echad, that we rested over there, we stopped over there, or we stayed over there like one person with one heart. As a sage says, Knesset Yisrael ben Zugech, right? The Knesset Yisrael will be the mate of the Torah. And our sages explain that the inner level of the light of the Kedusha of the Shabbat, individual cannot achieve, but only by the Knesset Israel, by together, the Jews are getting together, congregate together like one person, one heart. And with that, they can bring on the level of Shabbos. And that's why the sages, the Michmiru, they said, בעניין הישיבה בצוותא, sitting together with Jews in Shabbat Kodesh. כי יחיד אינו מסוגל להשיג הדרגה של שבת, because individual cannot achieve the level of Shabbos, only by חברותא. As it says in other places, בלשון רבים, בנים אתם. כי היחיד אינו נקרא בן, right? So it's in plural, not singular, because individual is not under the title of Hashem's son, only when he's together with the family. Only when the majority, the people are together, collected together, they're considered to be sons, children of Hashem, but not individual. And also Hashem ityaches, he's related to us in the title Avinu, right? Avinu Malkenu. But again, what is Avinu? Our father, for plural. In Parashat Pinchas, al pasuk, the verse in Parashat Pinchas, lama yigare, right? So the Bnot Selofchad, when the father died, they asked and said, okay, we are only girls, so why the family name of our father will be going out from Israel? Lama igara, why would take out the name of our father? שהם אינם קשורים יחד כמשפחה מאוחדת, if they're not connected to each other like a united family, then the name of our father, actually, it's not the father last name, but it's the father which is Hashem. So, right, we learn in Chassidut.
Do you mean erased? Why should his name be erased?
Yeah. They didn't want the name to be erased, but they were afraid because the story of Tzlufcha, that they left only the girls, and the Nachala, the land was supposed to be inherit only to the men's. And they said,
but you know
why?
what? His name would be erased anyway, I guess, because he only has daughters, so his name won't be. How would
Yeah, but
they
you're
be without his
right.
last name? I guess his last name wouldn't.
Yeah, at the time they didn't use the last name, but the land was like actually the name, the land. But we're not
Okay.
talking about Tzlofchad anymore. We're just talking about Hashem. So now if we are not a united family, the name of our father will be taken out, Father in heaven, right? Chassidut. Every time we're taking the verses from the Torah and we learn the inner thing of the Torah. That's the Chassidut. And it says, this parasha was told the whole adat bnei Israel, right? In Parashat Kedoshim. V'amat lem kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani Hashem, right? I'm holy, I'm separated. And this parasha was talking to all the adat bnei Israel. And Klal Yisrael ke'echad nikra goy kadosh, right? So even though we are a nation with multiple people, it's still in singular, goy kadosh, one. But individual cannot achieve because the kedusha is beyond our strengths. We have to be elevated only with the koach of the rabbim, the machaneh shel rabbim. And therefore we need to be united. And that's the advice. Every time we're going out from the kedusha, from the congregation, we need to be connected or remember that we are connected. And that will be the magic cure that protect us so she will not fail. And that's the koach of the tzibur, that they're connected together. As I said, just says, sheyesh tzibur chitzoni v'yesh tzibur pnimi. So they said there is like an external tzibur and there is an internal tzibur. The external tzibur is a minyan of Jews that even though they don't know each other, right? Sometimes we can daven 20 years in the same place with the same people and we don't know their names. We don't know the names. Crazy.
It's not
So
like
one thing,
that BTU. I don't know where you daven, but it's.
no, it's never mind. Don't mention places, but even in BTU, there are people that don't know each other. Believe me, and I know, and I ask people, what's the name of this one? Oh, I don't know. But you daven in 20 years, I never ask him.
That's for other reasons.
But there is an advantage.
You know everybody, Mordechai? I don't.
There is a maila.
Yes, I actually do.
Okay, Baruch Hashem, very good.
Introduce me to everybody then.
Very
Whenever
good.
you want, whenever you're ready, on any given Friday night. Okay, good night.
You got it.
So he said, but this is advantage. This is there is an emaila here that they are connected through davening or through shul, but they don't know each other. But the main advantage of a tzibur is an inner one, the internal one, that the Jews are connected like one person, one heart. They know each other. They're talking to each other, not during davening, and then they will be protected from anything bad that can harm them, chas v'chalila. And they can achieve all the level of Kedusha. And that will be the darga, the level of Kedoshim, and the level of sons to Hashem, because they are like one united family. And Hashem will be called Avinu, our Father. And this is the meaning of Ki tetzeh machaneh al ovecha, that you're going out together with a group of people on your enemies. So every time you go out, it should be only with the machaneh, that they will be connected to each other. One person, one heart. And according to that, it says in the Maral, when it says about Egla Rufa, right? We learned a few parashiyot ago, we found the body, somebody murdered him, we don't know what happened to him, we're measuring the distance, we decided that it's close to the city, the elders of the city come, the Sanhedrin from Yerushalayim come, and the elders say, our hand didn't spill the blood, right? And our sages explained, and said that we didn't send him away with no escort. And it's a question, why really, if we send him away with no escort or no protection, it is if like we spilled his blood? And he explained that individual, a person that goes alone, not with the congregation, the Sitra Achad, the other side, have ruling about him, above him. It's like controlling. And also the dinim, the judgment can come and they can kill him. But the one that are connected to the rabbim, to the people, to the congregation, he have the strength of the rabbim. And on the rabbim, the Sitra Achad cannot control because he's connected. And when he's connected, then he have also protection from heaven. And it is if like they consider him like many people together. And what they said, Shomrim, Shelo Paturnu Belo Levaya, that we send him with no escort, that we did. We should do the one that was obligated by us. So he will not be individual, but he will be connected. And with that, he will have the strength of the rabbin. But they didn't. And he died. And they said, we're sorry. And same thing. Knisa Yamim Anoraim, getting into the Yamim Anoraim, right? We are in the middle of Elul almost, getting into Rosh Hashanah, Yamim Noraim, Yom Kippur. So he said we can get in only with the Koach HaRabim, with the strength of the congregation. As it says in Maran Admor Moarash, Shepam Achat. So one day the Rebbe, a Jew, came to him in the Erev Yom Kippur, before Kol Nidre, and he was very bitter. He was frustrated about his low level, and he was crying. How can I get into these holy days in this condition? And Maran and the rabbi explained him, yes, I'm also standing here and thinking, how can I get into that holy day? But okay, let's go together. Let's go together. And that was the answer, to go together. Even if we're frustrated, we didn't do the right things, whatever, we go together with the congregation. We go into the Tfilat Kol Nidre. And from there we can learn, this is really the tshuva, how to go.
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
That's how we started the Daf Yomi last night. We started a new Masechta, Harios. And
Oriot, yeah.
Yeah. And it started off by that the Sanhedrin made a mistake. But even though one person went by that mistake, I forgot what I was going to say. The Sanhedrin made a mistake in their judgment, and the one person he went off and he made a mistake and he did what they told him to do, but it was a mistake. He's still included with the whole group.
Yeah. Yes.
Like the whole, is that, I can't remember now.
Yeah, I think this is the shortest one, right? It's 13 pages. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
For some reason, I had the thought and I lost it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. So he says, only with the strength of the rabbin, right? One person, one heart. Then the Sitra Achad, the other side cannot control it. This is the request when we ask, Barchenu Avinu Kulanu Ke'echad B'or Panecha, bless us, our Father, all of us together with the light of your face. In order to gain that, we need to be like one. And it says about the strength of the tzibur. It means mainly for the tzibur, the inner tzibur of achim, like brothers, that that internally and they are actually fulfilling that kitzetzei machanelu v'echad, that they're together. ציבור המקווים לאור בכל המצבים ואינם רוצים ואינם משלים להיות מעם הולכים בחושך. They are the people that are trying to elevate themselves spiritually. They're not mediocre. They want to do Torah, mitzvot, keep the most of they can, the best of they can. And even though they are not satisfying with the math that they do, if he did averot, he doesn't do averot, but their desire, the sheifatam, the goal is to conquer and to uproot the evil inclination that is inside of us. But they can do it only when they're good together. And continuing in the Parashat, it says, Ki yebecha ish asher lo yetor. So if in the congregation we'll have a person that is not pure, and it will be taking out, going out from the machane. Right? So the explanation is that you will have a person that is not tao. So why? Because he went out from the machane. When he went out to do his business, he was not connected to the machane. So that's why he became impure. And that's why now he needs to really to go out literally. And it says why it's happening. When a Jew is getting all of these blemishes, when he's out of the congregation, that he cannot cleave, he cannot connect himself to the tzibur. כמו שאמר מרן הסבא הקדוש מלוכוביץ, שכאשר רוצים מן השמיים לדחות יהודי, in heaven, when they decided to push off a Jew, they planting in his heart claims, oh, the rabbi is this, the rabbi is that, I don't like the rabbi when he's saying this and that. He is like taking his distance from the congregation, because from heaven. And if they want to punish him more, they planting in his brain thoughts about the chavura, about the people. I don't like this one, I don't like that one. And when he's not connected to the chavura, to the group of people, he cannot get to Hashem. And therefore, when we have the claim, he should know, like if you suddenly have this type of thinking about the people, then it's a sign for him that they want to push him off. And he needs to fight that. And the other side, the strength of the tzibur, of the people of the machane, can bring us together to divine level and protection from anything bad. And this is what it says, אחר כך, וכבוא השמש יבוא לתוך המחנה, that the sun will come into the מחנה. The sun, the light, spiritual light. כאשר נהיה טהור, when we became pure, we're going back to the מחנה. Why? Because Hashem אלוקיך מתהלך בקרב מחניך. Hashem is walking among our camps, about our מחנה, the bases, where we're dwelling. והנה, and he says, the Tana הקדוsh, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, that we found that when he was revealing the Torah Tanistar, the hidden Torah, in the Idra Rabbah, it's a part of from the Zohar. ירדו לשם עונות אלמונים ומלאכים נוספים. So from heaven came a serpent and angel. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he got together with this group of people. And they were mentioned in the Zohar HaKadosh. And all the divine level that they achieved, only because they got together with the Chavura. And this is the same way was the receiving of the Torah, that when we get together like one person, one heart. So the same thing, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was revealing only with the strengths of the Chavura. And going through the Gilui, also the revelation from the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, right? And that's the whole thing of Hasidut, like to be together. It's not for nothing that they're always together, like group, dressed the same, living in the same area. You know, it's the Chavura. So especially in these Yamim Noraim, this time, Elul, the preparation, our request is, Rachamenu kerachev al-banim, have mercy on us like a father on his sons or children, that Hashem should relate to us as a father, and we will be as sons. But, and that's the mighty force, the mighty strength, but it's only achieved when we are together. And he said this is one of the most difficult jobs that we have. Because when you're part of a chavura, it is if like you're losing from your individuality, but not. We're keeping that, but still we have to be together. And that's the main force, the strength that we'll have. That's why I said, every time you go out, going to work, to go to Gashmiut thing, whatever you do, you have to do it together. Not literally, you know, tomorrow we're going to the office, we have to bring with us few people from our congregation. No, but to be connected to them. And then, when you're going to fight our enemies in one heart, one person, so Hashem will give the enemy in our hand. And today it's really more important to have that. Okay. So thank you very much for listening.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Too bad we're in such a rush, and
yeah, I know.
Good learning together.
that was really good. That was really good. That was great. That's exactly what we need to hear right now. You know, exactly what we need.